have to stay tuned for the next few minutes because we're going to spend a couple of segments talking well, just a subject that's a huge subject. But before we get there, I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair, who does have a fancy necklace on, and we'll get to that later in the show. And JP. Hey, JP.
Howdy.
Okay. This is Paul, but we'll talk about Paul in a little bit.
It's killing
if you're
you,
watching. Yeah, you're like, who's the guy in the corner?
I'm drawing it out. Radio theater.
Okay. You shall not know who
There's
Paul
no
is.
guy sitting at the table.
I don't know.
No, I don't know what. Yeah.
It's like,
people
Not
today.
there.
What you
seeing
see,
things.
you don't see.
So JP, I don't know what I really want to play because I think we need to have a moment of silence for what almost was today.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Oh, Daryl.
I feel like you should play. The message was hysterical.
If you still have it,
I
it's-
don't know where my phone is.
It's
now.
away
I
on
think
my
I have it.
phone.
Hold on.
I almost witnessed the death of Daryl. It was close.
Okay, well, let's tell Paul and Lee who Daryl is. Like, who is Daryl and why do we care?
Daryl is our goose mascot. Our goose who hangs out in the parking lot, and he's been here since day one, guarding the door, guarding the parking lot. And I was pulling into. What do you want me? Do you want to play the audio message first, or do you want me to?
Yeah, play the audio message because as I'm taking a right into the parking lot, I had to slam on my brakes because Daryl and Debbie were
It's
right
his wife.
there. Well, she comes and goes. She's kind of a floozy. She'll take off and then she comes back. But Daryl is always here.
Is he abusive or something?
He might
He's
be.
loud.
She
you know?
can't really get away. She has to come back. Wait, where did it go?
Well,
the audio
let's just say
messages go away.
They
No.
go away. She saves them. We don't. And we clearly have had a lot of text between us today.
Yeah.
We've been super chatty.
Well, pretty much, I almost saw Daryl get hit by a car. It was very close. As I came down the hill and about to turn right into the parking lot, Daryl is in the road, in the lane of the other lane going this way, and a car coming out of the neighborhood had to swerve to miss Daryl. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm about to watch Daryl get hit by a car right in
No,
front
I'm
of us.
going to get my phone.
It was like in slow motion.
And
Yes.
we're playing because you started laughing. I think you were nervous. Like I almost saw a death. Was Debbie with him?
No, it was just him. And
Yeah,
what's
she
funny
flew the
is
coop.
his face afterwards. He was like unfazed. He just like ruffled his feathers, was chill. It's like, it's almost died. I'm fine. Okay. All right, Daryl.
I think they should be our mascot. Like, go on t-shirts.
We
Wouldn't
need
that be
hats.
fun?
There you go.
Or like a hat with
Yeah.
a goose.
I mean, a goose is pretty lame.
It is, but they're ours. And they
Yeah.
stay at the front door and welcome us, or they bark at us. Not really. Geese don't bark,
They squawk.
but they honk at us
Honk.
as if they know us. So
He's got a problem with me. He's always eyeing me down.
he
He
does
does
not
not-
like you.
It's a little
Were we about
aggressive.
to say that at the same time?
Mhm, I stopped.
We should have said it at the same time because Jinx, whatever.
Well, I need no. We're gonna stop that.
All right, you ready?
So
Well, there is somebody at the table, actually. I just now saw him.
what?
I think it's
Who?
I think it's Paul Breyer from Inspired Advisors. Do you not?
The biblically responsible
segue.
investing guy?
That
guy?
one, yeah.
Wow.
Nice
Paul.
segue.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I'm so
Wow.
glad I could be here.
Yeah, your hair looks great. You're on point. You got it together. Yeah.
Got your awesome daughter with you.
Yeah.
And
That's your daughter?
It's Lee over there. Yep. She's my daughter.
Why'd nobody tell me?
we did just now
How did you
Yeah.
know?
because I was here when they came in.
I see it now, actually. Y'all do kind of look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't disown her.
So, Paul, tell us about your company, how you got started, why it even matters. Because isn't money just money? And if you can make more of it, isn't that just what it's all about, this life?
Well, okay. Let's get into that. That's why I'm here. So Inspire Advisors, it's actually a registered investment advisor out of Meridian, Idaho. And I'm an independent advisor and I affiliate with them they call it an IAR, independent advisor. And we specialize in biblically responsible investing. So what that means is we're trying to align our investments with our faith and, do the right thing, what God wants us to do with his money, right? So let's kind of talk about that. What is that relationship between us and our father,
Hmm.
as far as money goes. He's the owner, right?
Right.
Okay. So, and then what our role is manager.
It's a
We're
good word.
financial managers. You're right.
Yeah. We're the stewards
God's
or managers
stewards.
of God's resources. So there's that natural accountability relationship. What we do with his resources matters, and he's going to hold us accountable for that. So how do you invest your money then?
That's convicting.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that?
Oh gosh. Well, I'm actually a late coming Christian, about 15, 16. How long is it now? 18 years ago? I can't remember. It's been so great. But, that starts to change things in your life. And so that started a new journey. And, Lord, what do you want me to do with my life here? How can I serve the kingdom in the best way possible? And that it took a number of years and, some hard-headedness to get through, and pride and all of those fun things. But, led me in this direction to help people with finances.
Were you always in the financial world?
No, actually not.
Okay.
If you can tell, I'm an engineer.
Me
So,
too.
I'm in Huntsville. I'm an aerospace engineer. That's my background.
Did you do like spaceship stuff?
Yeah, I worked on the shuttle program down in Florida.
Sure you did.
for a while.
No way.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
that was super fun. Really
I
enjoyed
always wanted to
that.
go to space camp. Do they have an adult space camp up there?
Yeah, I think it
Or
makes
can you
room
send
for
me
us.
to the Cape
Sure.
Canaveral for?
that'd
Do you
be
still
nice.
have any
I have
connections?
no idea.
I would love to
I've
go to
been
space
gone.
camp.
We
Okay.
left in 2005.
Okay.
Came up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but engineers, you got to be good with numbers.
Sure. Yeah.
So you probably
numbers
don't lose a lot of money.
math. No, of course not.
That's good. How do you, is there a rating system? Like, how do you choose the companies that you invest with with your peoples?
Yeah. I'll help you out there. So, do you have a cell phone?
Well,
System.
ironically, I left mine in the other room, which I
Here.
never need it, but I need it today.
Here
For
we
those
go.
of you online, go.
Okay, what am I going to?
inspireinsight.com.
Okay.
Inspireinsight.com.
If I can see and spell.
You need your glasses.
Here we go. All right.
And there's a search bar in there.
Okay.
So
Ooh, nice.
pick,
Ooh.
pick one of your investments that you own and put it in there.
Let's go to Apple,
Oh yeah, we do both.
the devil, right?
All right.
Let's
So,
find out.
Let's find out.
All right. We've got
Negative 10. Oh, negative
Apple.
93.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh.
there's a scoring between negative 100 and positive 100.
Oh,
Obviously, negative's bad,
shoot.
positive's good. It's a negative screening process first that says, okay, are you doing any of these several things?
Amazon negative 93.
Yeah, they're not so great either.
Okay, I'm
All
going to
your
keep
big tech
going.
companies are going to be bad
But why?
because they're involved in either LGBT activism, abortion, travel, or abortion drugs,
The World
human
Economic
trafficking,
Forum.
Forum, all of these things, DEI stuff,
Yeah.
you name it, they're in all of it.
What's the worst one?
The worst one?
Like, what's a negative 100? 7 points off of Apple.
Amazon, probably. AMZN.
Okay. As you're describing this and we're looking at it right now,
Coca-Cola.
is it hard for people or do they come to you and want to transfer how they've or pivot from how they have invested to becoming more responsible? To
said the
become
word.
more responsible with their investments. Is that a hard sell?
No, it's not. Once they figure it out, they get it. Okay, I'm not doing things that are biblical. Let's change it. And they're in, they just don't know how to do it. So I help them with that.
Do you stay pretty busy?
We do.
Yeah, I figure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Yeah,
gonna
just
put
put the
that
phone down
down.
while you're
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
If there is
We
such a thing.
cannot shop anywhere. We have to get rid of all of our accounts.
Okay.
We should just go crawl in a hole or call Paul.
Or,
And
yes,
then we
I
can
show
sleep at
you.
night. Yeah. What are I'm curious because when we were talking before the show, you said you work with people of all ages, which investing recommendations are very different when you're 22 versus when you're my age or retirement age. So just quick tips, if you had to offer a tip to each age group, quick tip.
Okay. 20 somethings, start your emergency fund today if you don't have one.
What's
Actually,
that
that
look
applies
like?
across all age groups.
Is that just like you stick it in a savings account or put it under your bed in a?
Yeah. Yes. No.
Okay. Okay.
So
Good.
it's 3 to 6 months of income, whatever that looks like for you. Put that in some conservative investment or savings account, money market, something that you can get to it. You're
Pretty
not gonna
liquid.
pretty liquid. You're not going to lose capital if the market goes down.
Okay.
Do that first, and then above that, start investing that, because if you're our age, and I think we're the same age, you get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm getting squeezed a little bit.
Yes.
All these things start coming in at you, college and kids,
Those kids,
medical stuff, parents, cars, air conditioners, you name it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to replace the roof. Start saving for that, especially in your 20s. Do that now because it's coming in your 30s.
Right.
For sure.
So I always advise that. That's my tip for 20s.
Do we need to take a break, or can I ask my?
We got like two more minutes or so.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
So to that end, starting your investment or your emergency fund now, do it while you're young. I know you already have one, JP, which is fantastic. But beyond that, for people who are listening and they're like, you know what, that makes sense. I want to reach out and look into this whole Inspire advising situation, this biblically responsible investing. But we're also facing an affordability crisis, and people are stressed and they're stretched. And how would you address that from your perspective?
Wow. Yeah, that's a tough one because the deck's stacked against all of us that way, through inflation. They say inflation's licked. Well, it's really not. I mean, the rate might go down, but it's still going up.
Right.
So we have to deal with that. And your real wages are not going up as fast. So what do? Well, prayer is number one.
Got it.
Start there, but also take a hard look at your finances and, it's hard, but take a look at what's going out and see where things, because you're probably spending more than you think. And then just, get a pinpoint on what's actually going out. And once you do that, then you can start rearranging things. Give yourself some margin. That's the biggest thing, is giving yourself some margin every month.
What
That's
is
a
that?
good word.
Is there a percentage that you aim for of your income, or it just depends on your expenses and kind of potential?
Yeah. You'll know pretty quick, if you're overspending, and then, okay, now that's what you need to be holding back.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Okay.
But yeah, also don't live beyond your means, right? I mean, it sounds easy to do, but
it's difficult.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
What's the best way for people to contact you? And I know we do this all the time with JP on Sports.
Yes.
Moneypatternwealth.com.
I'm writing it down.
Moneypatternwealth.com. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Phenomenal website name, by the way. It's easy.
Yeah, it's on the website, the Rightside Media website as the sponsor. So you can go there too. You can also go to Inspire Advisors or Inspire Insight. All of those are good. But
are they all you?
No, the other ones are the affiliated company.
Okay.
But you can find me through there if you
But your Money Pattern Wealth.
Yeah.
Could we also, even though I know we're on the website, put that in our show notes today as well?
We can.
Okay. Let's make sure and do that, because I know people have questions, and sometimes it's easier just to go back later and go, okay, tonight after supper, I'm going to sit down and look at all of this, because it's also the perfect time of year to start fresh and move forward.
It is.
And, but we want to thank you for your sponsorship, for your wisdom, and for your kindness to the show. We really appreciate you.
Yeah. Likewise. Thank you very much.
So thank you.
Can y'all stick around and just drink coffee and hang out for a minute?
Yeah.
You gotta
do it.
Gotta go do something. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we will be back. We will we got kind of a different show for y'all. We'll tell y'all what we're doing tonight, and we'll talk through some topics. Be very interesting. We'll be right back.
Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. JP. So we talked about the funny call, and it's a call everybody should hear. So we're going to let everybody
It wasn't
hear
even
it.
a call. It was a
Voice text.
Voice text. I was flustered. I couldn't believe I almost just saw a death right in
Let
front
me
of me.
set this up because JP is normally, he's kind of like Paul. He's just calm and cool and nothing. Like yesterday, we had kind of an interesting thing pop up, but he kept it in for like 3 hours. And then he was like, oh, by the way. And so anyway, so when you click on a message from JP, you're pretty sure it's going to be like, hey, yeah, just wanted to let y'all know the sky is falling. We got lots of emotion over this one. Hit it, JP.
Guys, hold on. I just parked. I almost just witnessed the death of Daryl. Daryl almost just died right in front of me. He's standing in the road, and there's a car coming out of the neighborhood, and Daryl was standing right in the middle of his lane, and the car had to like swerve to miss him, and he's still just standing in the middle of the road. What is wrong with Daryl? That was crazy.
Okay, that's the most I've ever heard you emote.
Oh, I get emote.
I think you get emote.
But I get emote. It's targeted, you know. I gotta pick my emote. It's selective. You gotta really. I gotta see something pretty crazy, or I get really amped up.
Have we put Debbie and Daryl on any of our shorts yet?
No, we haven't.
I mean, because I know we've all taken vids of them, but I think it's time to reveal to the public our mascot, Daryl.
We put them up on the live stream once.
Yeah,
but it's been a while.
But okay, I feel like we should also. They should be our mascot. And you're right. Canadian geese. I know people are like, it's a Canada goose. Canadian geese are kind of lame, you know.
Well, they live here half the year, so they're like dual citizenship.
Yeah, I mean, we get that now, but this one's really feisty.
He likes us.
He does not like you.
No, he's always mean mugging me. He's guarding my parking spot. He like looks at me like, "How dare you even drive 2 feet away from me?" It's like, but then y'all come out. It's like, "Oh, hey guys." Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
I think
awesome.
it's the bald head.
Oh
shoot! Do we have time to read the text that came in about Paul?
We can do it on the other side. We got a break right now.
Okay, fine. We got to go to a break. We'll be back.
Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Okay, the time has come.
My hair's all funny.
I like your hair.
What's the time?
Well, the time is to talk about maybe the little Tuberville clip that's gone everywhere. We should probably talk about that, you guys.
We're basically famous now. It's not a big
I
deal.
thought we already were.
I mean, in our heads we were, but now we're basically famous.
It's so we tackled this subject last week for the first time. I mean, one of the first shows we did, we talked about Islam, and then we started talking about it more because of what's going on across the country with Zoran Mamdani. It made us really talk about it. And then it just continues. But when Tuberville was on the show, it is a clip some of y'all may have seen, and look for it to go further because it apparently is going to go further.
Wait, are we going to play the whole thing?
Do you want to?
It's up to y'all. I'd have to get it ready, but
I mean, perhaps we could, because what needs to happen is while one of the news stations in Birmingham did the story, we have to go back through and take apart some of the things that they said that were just not true. And the stations selectively edited his interview, which Tuberville's used to. I mean, that's par for the course. That's what's done. But what's not done, and the opportunity that we have, is to talk about the things that they said and engaging with maybe a little gaslighting and never really engaging with the argument, which is why people have a problem with not the people who practice Islam, but Islam and what that means, because there's a problem. There's a big problem. But I noticed or the person being interviewed never engaged that issue. It was gaslighting. It was victimhood. It was fear, but it was never anything about why anybody would have a concern.
So, and I don't know why this was NBC 13 News here in Birmingham that reached out yesterday to ask for permission to use our interview that we did with Senator Tuberville. Since we've had a few other stations in Birmingham reach out, I can't figure out, because he went on Bannon, he went on InfoWars, he went on Will Kane on Fox News. Like, I can't figure out why they want to use our interview. I didn't think anything he said was that inflammatory. I mean, it's actually, if you go to and listen and go back and listen to our interview, he says, if you want to be here and practice whatever religion you want in your own home, in your own place of worship, that's fine. But we're not going to set up a second tier, a second government within the United States of America. We're not going to do that. Now, after that, he, kind of said this extremism stuff isn't going to fly too. Yeah. But anyway, it was very interesting. And I don't know if we want to, I think it'd be great to play the whole thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, the whole thing is about 2.5 minutes. So it's
That's
a bit
not
of a
bad.
watch. So we can, if we want to do that, we can.
But, and then just rebut, I guess, what she said. She's a spokesperson. Her name is Stacey Abdeen. She's a spokesperson for the Islamic Academy of Alabama that was just lobbying and asking for the planning and zoning, the rezoning in our neighborhood, basically. So do you want to play it now? Do we have time?
Yeah, we can go ahead and play it now.
Yes, Carla, we talked to one assistant principal here at the Islamic Academy of Alabama. She told me that staff, students, and parents are all concerned and scared for their safety. Now, we were told that the principal says that they haven't got any threats against the school just yet, but they are not taking any chances. And so the city of Homewood is increasing the police department's patrols here in the area and also giving them a dedicated officer here at the school. But staff say that still doesn't change the fact that those comments made from Tuberville are disappointing.
They're confused and they're hurt. They don't understand why anyone thinks that, thinks negatively about them.
The staff at the Islamic Academy of Alabama are pushing back on what they call, quote, misinformation and inflammatory rhetoric from Senator Tommy Tuberville.
Social media has just exploded with negative comments and hateful rhetoric. We're at a heightened state of awareness right now.
The comments come after Tuberville celebrated the Hoover Zoning and Planning Commission denying the school's proposal to move its campus from Homewood. That was last Monday. This clip was taken from an interview the Alabama senator did with Rightside Radio on Monday.
If you believe in the Quran and go by Sharia law and want to chant death to America and teach that nonsense in these schools, I don't want you here.
IAA assistant principal Stacy Abdeen tells me, quote, unequivocally, the school is not teaching Sharia law or any other political ideology, or will it ever?
We're teaching reading, math, science, social studies. Yes, we do have Arabic language taught as a foreign language. We do have Islam classes for our students, but those are just a small part of who we are.
Tuberville went on to say, this is a Judeo-Christian country that believes in God and believes in the Bible.
If you want to do it at home, fine. If you want to live here, but as long as you go by our laws and believe in the things that made this country great, I'm all in.
Abdeen feels the comments from Tuberville and other elected officials are disappointing, but she's not letting that get in the way of teaching her students leadership and excellence.
One of them was, there are 50 other Islamic countries. Go find another country to have your school in. What country should we go to? You know, this is our home, just like it's anyone else's home.
So, a couple of things.
I don't even know where to start.
Okay. May I ask a couple of questions?
Please.
Okay. If Islam is practiced faithfully, if you understand the way that Islamists practice it, then it is necessarily political. There's no getting away from that. I noticed that they talked about we're just teaching reading, math, science, Arabic, and a little Islam. So again, not engaging the issue, but minimizing and dismissing just a little Arabic and just a little about Islam. Okay, but if you're learning Arabic in Alabama, why? Like, why? Unless you plan to read the Quran, the Hadith, or the Surah. Like, why else would you need to know that language? And if you're going to read those books, then the purpose of learning Islam is to read. The purpose of learning Arabic is so that you can read those books and then practice it. And if you practice it according to their tradition, it is political, and it necessarily is, and it has been, a conquering religion. There's no pretending. Its goal is to conquer. Its goal is to enforce Sharia law. But at first it starts out as we're just. So according to their words and their book, 64% of their trilogy, the Quran, the Hadith, and the Surah, 64% deals with the infidels. And who are the infidels? All of us. Anybody who doesn't believe. So forgive me for being concerned about a little old school that's just doing a little Arabic and a little teaching on the on Muslim, on the Quran, like just a little.
Allie from Athens, one of our very first shows, the Medina strategy, and it's exactly what it is. When you watch and listen to Stacy Abdeen talk through what they're doing, and they show the pictures of the little kids on the floor just learning their ABCs, it all seems so innocent and it all seems so benign, and we just want to live our lives. In the same breath, NBC 13 News takes that interview and says Tommy Tuberville was full of inflammatory rhetoric. And do you know what that next sentence is? People that are practicing Sharia law and chanting death to America. And that's what the Islamic Academy is saying is inflammatory rhetoric. Sharia law is illegal in Alabama. And if you're here chanting death to America, I don't think you should be here. But that's what they are framing as inflammatory. No, that is just keeping our laws. Look, if we go and try and open a Christian school, I get it. Their government is very different, but we're not going over and establishing to take over. We have to operate in underground bunkers. They would so not be cool with what they're doing here. And I just can't get over that you're going to say inflammatory rhetoric is holding accountable people that chant death to America.
I mean, like, you got to take a minute for that. It makes my heart race to know that that is how they framed it. Again, back to the beginning, it was minimizing to dismiss, and then enlarge and pretend that what he said is absolutely outrageous.
Yeah. And they also left out the part, like Allison said earlier, where he said, not everybody, not all Muslims are,
He did say that. Yeah.
they, selectively left that part out.
Mhm.
But it's what happened in Hoover is the example of democracy. The left talks about how much they love democracy. The people who live in that area spoke up and said, we don't want, that's where they live. So they have a right to do that. And that's how the system works. And that's why the school wasn't allowed to be put there. But, it shouldn't be a shock to say America is a Western Christian nation. So maybe if people who live in a certain area aren't too crazy about an Islamic school coming to their neck of the woods, it's not, first of all, like I said, it's where they live, but also America, it's a Christian nation.
Yes.
They're trying to make it no longer a Christian nation, but that's just the facts of how it is. And they also said in the speech of, that they got armed security out the wazoo. We're going to be attacked. And then, although there's not been any threats, they're ready if there are any. It's okay. So it's almost like you're stoking the flames to get somebody to do a threat.
Who loves to do that? Yes, you're exactly right.
So it's, and to be honest with you, even when Tuberville was talking, I mean, there were the little clippable moments, but I thought as a whole, like Allison said, it was pretty tame and reasonable. I mean, it could be wrong, but I thought it was pretty tame.
I thought it was tame. I thought it was reasonable. I think people have every right to do what they want to do in their home. But when you understand and you look at the 54 countries where Islam has spread over the last several years, look at England alone, Germany. We've talked about this for weeks now. Everywhere that it comes in quietly, we're just, it never stays that way. We would be, as Daryl Harrison or Virgil Walker said, naivety is not a fruit of the spirit. We would be ignorant if we didn't look at where it's practiced to go, is that what we really want? Because what we found out is that Islamic school was actually going to turn into an Islamic center, because we get back to the foundational truth from their holy books. Taqiyya is allowed. Lying if it suits your purposes. How do we know that what you're saying is ever true? How do we know? We need only look with our eyes across the country to know we have every right to be concerned. Every right. And we are. We love our neighbors. But that doesn't mean we're not going to vehemently disagree and push back, because this is America where we still have the right to do that. And we will.
We have to take a break, but when we come back, can we play that clip? I'll send it to you. It's a Islam pastor, preacher, I don't even know if imam, basically talking about what the end result is. At the very end, after they've conquered your neighborhood, your city, your state, this is where we get. And the bright news, the good news is you don't necessarily have to die. You might, but there's an option not to. And so it's funny, but not funny, because he pitches it as don't worry, when we conquer you, you have another option. I want to play that when we come back. Okay.
Sounds good.
We'll see you in a minute.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with the Allison Sinclair and the JP.
It's like the
Ohio State,
Mhm.
which
I hate
my cousin listens sometimes. And go Bucks. My family's from.
Ugh.
that. Ugh.
I'm an equal opportunity football offender.
Ugh. They're the worst.
Love y'all.
I say
So
that
they're
about everybody.
Listen, you do.
I do hate Michigan more, though, I have to say.
I'm glad you hate Michigan more. Do you hate the Pennsylvania State University,
No.
Mr. Altoona?
My cousin plays football for Penn
Okay,
State.
I'm
so,
just
yeah.
glad. I was born at one of their hospitals, so
Mhm.
it's a lion. Send me.
Okay,
It's
can
real.
we get back to the Muslims? Because I got to go.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got to go.
I got to go.
Okay, let's do
We
this.
got fancy places to go, but play this. This is an Islamic preacher, which I think they call an imam. Basically saying, once we take over, this is what happens. Don't despair. You have options.
When
Oh,
Muslims
yes.
go and conquer the adjacent country, what do? We kill them all? No. The Prophet says, the first thing you do is call them to Islam. If they refuse, then tell them Allah obliged upon you to pay taxation. In return, when enemy comes and attack your country, you don't fight. We Muslims protect you. Subhanallah, for this little money? Yes. And you enjoy sitting in your homes and in your country and live your life normally. But the ruling is for Sharia. So you do not open nightclubs, you do not fornicate. If they refuse, then we have to fight. And if we fight you, then we capture you, you become our slaves, and we take your land, and you take because you refuse. I give you two good options in the coming 40, 50 years when the Muslims become strong as they're supposed to be.
Y'all,
That's their words. It's not our words.
in 40 or 50 years, when the Muslims become strong, this is what will happen. No worries. You have two options.
It's almost like a parody
You
skit.
can pay money or you can die. Like you don't even have to go to war. You can sit in your home. You can't open a nightclub. You can't drink that wine anymore. You have to cover your head and sweat your gumballs off all day. But don't worry, it'll be awesome.
It will be so fabulous and extra specially delightful for men because you can have 4 wives if you'd like.
What man wants 4 wives?
Well, apparently
That just
the
sounds like
luring
a lot.
in of having 4 wives or 72 virgins in the afterlife are equally delightful. Meanwhile, we sweat ourselves to death and just remain covered. I mean, in some countries, women are only allowed to have 1 eyeball open and not 2, which is odd. In Afghanistan right now, for example. I don't know if you saw that little dandy. They're not even allowed to speak in public. They can whisper. I mean, it really.
You just sit back and relax in your
It's
home.
no problem.
We got it.
You're going to love this.
Y'all missed it though if you weren't watching. He said, but if you refuse, then
It was just so fast.
off with your head.
You will surely die.
It literally was like a parody. Like if somebody did a parody on like SNL or something, it'd be like that.
But I don't like
But it's true.
Well,
but he had the
people-
guts to say it.
people are gonna come after us for saying this,
That's what he said.
but we didn't make it up.
Mhm.
We didn't. And that's the thing from the Just Thinking podcast that I learned that we were talking about with Paul. We don't have to use, sure, we're using satire at this moment, but it's based on truth. We
Wait,
don't
what
have to
part's
use
satire.
Well, we're making fun a little bit, but it's because it's true. That's why satire works. But there's no hyperbole necessary because it is their words based off of their book, based off of what they say they want to do. They're not hiding their intentions at all. So why do we have to pretend that what is and what is going on isn't? I don't understand.
I don't know, but I gotta go. So y'all are gonna have to figure this
Can't
out.
you wait like 15
No,
more minutes?
I gotta go catch the party bus. We're taking a party bus to the governor's mansion for the Christmas party. So excited. Y'all better not be late.
We're not going to be late.
Okay.
We're going to beat you there.
But y'all got 30 minutes to figure out how we handle all this.
Okay.
And then Paul,
Sure.
when we have to pay all the fines so we don't die, Paul's going to help us with that investing.
We nominate
Sounds like a
him.
plan.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll take lots of pictures at the governor's mansion. Maybe it'll be fun. I don't know.
Maybe it'll be fun.
Last time we got there like 30 minutes late, she had already gone to bed. Kay might not be there. We'll see. We'll be back.
So I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors, you got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com, and tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with JP, and we are still talking about all the things. JP and I are leaving a little later. We're going to see. We're not betting people, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be there first.
Okay, we can't.
It's a Christmas party. This is all it is. It's a Christmas party, and I hope that there's still cake left by the time we get there. Do you think there's going to be like man food?
I hope. I'm gonna crash out.
I mean, because do y'all men folk hate parties because it's just like sugary garbage?
Okay. There's good finger food. Like a lot of Christmas parties have like the meatballs, and
those are the best food of the season.
The like ham and cheese and crackers. Like I'm good with stuff like that because I can
Right.
eat enough of that to be filled. But like the finger food, like I don't know, popcorn or candy, peppermints. I need food. I need fuel. By the way, we can't do the empty chair and mic because it looks like Allison passed on, and we're like memorizing her, and,
Memorializing her?
Yeah, we can't do that.
Well, what do you want to do?
That's
Sorry,
like,
I'm sending a kid some cash right now.
When you were on your Cancun trip on Thanksgiving, we put Allison in the middle and moved your chair because I said we're not going to make it look like Amy Beth passed away. Like
Is that what we're doing? Am I moving?
Yeah,
JP, come on, man.
you got to move to the center. Yeah, there you go.
I'm moving. I'm just, here we go. Okay. All right.
We got some text, by the way.
All right. Let's talk text, and I think there's one for Paul.
There was one for Paul. We can do that one last.
Okay.
The Tom from Huntsville, by the way, 833-687-4448 is the text line number. Tom from Huntsville said, Islam is incompatible with Western culture. They've been at war with the West and everything not Islam for 1,400 years. Look at the history of the Middle East. It was all Christian. They slaughtered everyone and converted the rest. They all need to leave. Look at the Islamic Center in Huntsville off Sparkman. It has their get to know your Muslim neighbors events. They are right here. I've seen them with my own eyes. I live there.
I mean, look, as long as we take the opportunity to share Christ, because as I understand it in Islam, they never know in the end if they've done enough to be accepted and to get to heaven. The highest honor they can have is to die as a martyr. And the best thing they can do when they reach heaven with their 72 virgins is to ask to go back to earth again, to die again. That's the surest way that they can make it to heaven. So, on the other side, because that's transformation, as the guys on the Just Thinking podcast talked about, that's transformation from the outside in. We, however, have a Savior who died for us in our place because we couldn't do it. And he transforms us from the inside out. And you can know immediately upon repentance and belief that you are saved, and your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life, and you don't have to try. Like, that's the most beautiful story I've ever heard. So to our Muslim brothers and sisters, please know there is a wholly different way that doesn't involve sacrificing yourself. The sacrifice for you has already been made, and his name is Jesus.
Yeah.
And you can have salvation, and you can be free, because that's what we want for you. We're glad you're here, but we want you to know that we have concerns about the tenets of your faith and the trilogy of books that you read and you adhere to, based on your own words, not our words, your own words, or the prophet's words. We have concerns, and we're right to have concerns.
Well,
and in this country, we're free to talk about it.
I think it is important to keep Christ at the center of it when we have these discussions, because the way we talk so passionately about it is because Christians have been gaslit and shamed into just complying and being silent on Islamic schools coming into their neighborhoods, and they get our own scripture twisted by people who don't even believe what we believe to say, well, your Bible says this, so you should just let us come on and then do whatever we want to do. And Christians normally just kind of get in the fetal position and roll over. There's a balance between standing firm, having a backbone, and not being hateful, because a lot of this, like what we said, we're playing you what Islam is from their own mouths. So there is a balance between, being hateful towards anyone who doesn't believe what we believe, but also standing firm and saying, you're not going to enforce your way of life upon us. But if you want to come over, we will gladly, preach the gospel to you. We will gladly welcome you to our side, but we're Christians, and we're not going to allow our community and our kids to be subject to this. It's actually, I've seen Muslims before talk about how they have so little respect for Christians because they're so soft and they roll over and they let, whatever get done. I think, honestly, if we start to, in a peaceful manner, going up to your, city council and doing like what they did in Hoover and protesting and saying what you want to happen and having your voices be heard, that's the way to do it. That's the way to stay firm and do it the right way and peaceful way, because then maybe we'll win some over to our cause and say, wow, they actually got some teeth to it. They mean what they say. And I respect that. So I honestly think us standing firm could win us, over, but standing firm the right way and pointing it to Christ and not being hateful while we do it.
That's right.
There's a balance, there's a balance between just saying, okay, and being, hateful.
That's exactly right.
There's a middle ground. That's where we need to live.
That's exactly right. The Bible tells us to come reason together. It's as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. But we're also told that we are to we stand against what comes against the word of God. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're doing. These are lies, and we will not accept lies. We will not also accept a group of humans who've decided to come to the United States and not become a melting pot with us. Those are the other concerns that we have. Those are very strong concerns, mm-hmm. because it's not usually a group of people that choose to integrate. They're just not. That's not what they do. Their own words, like you just said, are not about that. They're about conquering. And as far as dividing and twisting scripture, that's never great, is it?
No, it's not.
It's never great. So what that should make us all do is go back to the word and find out what it says exactly. Mm-hmm. Because if you look at the book and you read it, it's a book of action. There's no apathy in that book. There's no hanging on till God comes back. There is active participation in your life, using your gifts and talents and getting after it. And that's one of the things that we have an opportunity to do on our platform. And we're excited to do so. But you're right, JP. We are also commanded to do it wisely, winsomely, but fearlessly.
Well, here's the thing too. The job may not be as hard as you think to win over people who believe in Islam to Christianity. Islam, their religion actually believes that Jesus will be coming back one day. Jesus was a prophet and obviously they're wrong, but they revere Jesus.
Right.
To a point of, they actually believe that God brought him up from the cross because God would never punish his prophet like that. Like I said, Jesus is God and they're wrong, but there is what they can't grasp is the Trinity, and they don't understand where Jesus claimed to be God. Those are two areas you can debate with them. And so it's not like you're starting off with somebody who doesn't even believe Jesus existed at all.
Right.
So the way to go about it is, no, well, you're not going to come and put your school in our neighborhood. That's actually not going to happen. But let's have a debate. Let's talk. Jesus claimed to be God here and here and here. The Trinity is real. Let me explain to you how the Trinity actually worked. So there's debates to be had, and
that's right.
There's entry points. It's not total lost cause. So obviously, I'm saying that to say, use that as an opportunity to have debates and also study, so that whenever that opportunity comes up, you can have a debate and you know how the Trinity works. You know where Jesus proclaimed to be God, so that you can win Muslims and people who believe in Islam over to the cause.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And look, our listeners are really smart.
Mm-hmm.
They know this. This is just a reminder.
It is. Yeah.
This is just a reminder. And this is just a bit of hope. There's always hope, but we want to keep that hope alive, and we want to keep the conversation going. So we'll be interested to see how this all plays out, but don't be discouraged.
I agree.
Be encouraged.
We're going to rapid fire some text here. Brad from Crimestone County says, religion of peace. That's what I heard. Didn't y'all? Smiley face. Yeah, right. Paul from Decatur says, okay, when Alice, or wasn't one of y'all earlier that said you'll be sweating?
Allison
said you'll be sweating their balls off in a turban. Both
gum balls,
okay.
From like the tree, from the pine tree.
Yeah.
That was.
Okay. So Paul from Decatur said, sweat your gum balls off. That's better than the fourth point of contact. Touche. Lisa from Huntsville sends a picture, says, this is what I thought. It's just a skeleton with a turban and a beard that says, I kill you. Okay. Meryl from Hartselle says, I'm old set in my ways, but why do these folks want to come to America then chat kill Americans? If it is so bad, why do they come here illegally? And why do women want Sharia law, especially the ones that have lived with it?
That's a good question.
It's ironic.
Really good question.
And then Scott from Athens says the actual pot has melted upon itself.
Mm.
God,
Our listeners are amazing.
they are. That's why I don't like the term melting pot,
Yeah.
because America is not whatever you want it to be. America is a set. There's a precedent that you're coming to uphold. You can't just come and make America whatever you want it to be, and then we'll comply, and then we'll all just be one bit. No, America is something that you're coming to uphold. It's an actual thing. It's not whatever you want it to be. But I understand the term.
Well, then what do we want to call it instead of a melting pot? We need to change and pivot.
Hold on, you gotta get me ready for it.
What do we want to name our term today if it's not a melting pot? Because you're exactly right. I like what you're saying. I agree. Let's have audience participation.
Yeah, text in what you want. Do you think the better term is rather than melting pot? 833-687-4448. And we're going to have a discussion on the other side. So next segment.
Yes, sir.
For the day.
Before we go and try to get ourselves to our Christmas party and have a fun time. We'll rate the food. You want to rate the food tomorrow?
We should do a video. No, do a video at the governor's mansion.
Okay.
And I'll be the food writer.
Okay,
All right,
this is going to be so
food.
fun. Okay. Okay.
We're going to get kicked out.
We are so getting kicked out. But you know what? We'll be right back. Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver. Allison's already on her way. JP and I are reading through your text. They have been great today. We do have quite a special audience, do we not?
That we do.
One of my best friends texted me. She is in another state, and she was listening and said that we were talking about our pictures we're going to take tonight.
Yeah.
That we should probably have some throwback pictures to us when Chris and I lived in Tampa. I have a special name for that place. I'm not going to talk about it right now.
You didn't like it? No. Really?
My car got stolen the first night we moved there. I had a 7-week-old and a 2.5-year-old. And I thought my husband was kidding because he came in later. Do you remember the Florida wildfires like a really long time ago? We drove through there. It was awful. No cell phones. I thought that he was dead. He thought I was dead. And so when he finally got to the hotel, it was 3 a.m. So I was just happy he was alive. Then I went out in the morning for our suitcases, and they weren't there. And neither was my car.
Oof.
So I decided from then on I didn't really prefer Tampa, Florida, even though they wanted Chris to stay and teach, but that's okay.
My great aunt and uncle live in Tampa, and whenever I've gone, I thought it was a cool place. But then again, I didn't have to live there.
It is a very cool place.
It's cool.
I went and had high hopes for a place I thought we could live on a fellow's budget, and that was a pipe dream. You know, I thought maybe downtown Florida or downtown Tampa on the bay, Bayshore was just going to be like Homewood back in the day. We'll just go find us a cute little bungalow. And my bestie and I we were shopping, and I learned very quickly, I can afford nothing. Maybe I can afford some of the brick pavers on the driveway. And then we ended up finding a great place. But my car was stolen the first night we got there.
Well, last time we were in Tampa, we did go. My sister has this obsession. Everywhere we go, she's got to go to celebrity's house. Some sort of celebrity's
Whose house did you go to?
We went and we saw Tom Brady's house from the street when he was playing in Tampa. And then I think...
Was he in Bayshore? Was he downtown?
I can't remember. No, it was the...
Yeah, okay. He was probably downtown.
It was like his backyard was the water, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, okay, Bayshore.
So we saw Tom Brady's there. I think we saw Derek Jeter's, because Derek Jeter, I think, lived in the same neighborhood.
It's beautiful. I mean, there's no doubt. It is absolutely beautiful. It's just different because we come from Charleston, South Carolina, where all our best friends were. We were newlyweds with little kids, and it was just a whole thing. And then you move to Tampa, and you're like, this is not as lovely as Charleston. But
Charleston's
we did bring home our little fella. So that was the best thing to come out of Charleston was child number 3.
Charleston seems like a cool place.
Charleston was spectacular because it was back in the day when you could go to the drug dinners where Clinton decided he, took money from all organizations and pocketed for himself. But he said, hey, you people can't go to drug dinners anymore because for the first 3 years, because we had $0, for a long time, we had $0. It was fine. We had a great time. But I got to go to the drug rep dinner. So I learned about heart disease. I learned about diabetes. Let's see, what else did I learn about? Strokes. I mean, you name it, I learned about it because it was the only way we could afford to go to dinner is the wives could go to the drug dinners. I was not influenced, OxyContin dinners. I'm kidding. We didn't go to those. we didn't go to those. And then Clinton was like, no more. So
interesting.
I'd like to ask the people of Haiti if they have benefited from their Clinton Foundation and all the money they pour into Haiti.
It looks like a
thriving
society.
Saying, I'm suggesting that maybe we should ask questions. Anyway, JP, I digress.
Oh, no, that was good. I mean, this is our last segment of the day. The rest of the show will have to be a best of because we are going to the governor's mansion.
So we're going to take pictures of the food.
Yeah.
We're going to rate the food. We're going to try not to trip and fall. What else are we going to try not to do? But you are going to rate the food. I'm going to video and you're going to rate it. Because if we don't do that, who knows if we're going to have a good time? But the three of us have a great time together.
If I'm going to, we do. If I'm going to do that, it's got to be after we're there for a while because some like chef or worker at the governor's mansion and be like, he's going to see me saying, this was awful. This is at the governor's mansion. Seriously? It's like, dude, get out. What do you do? Yeah. It's got to be at the end.
Okay. Well, that's our goal tonight is to rate the food and I'm not going to say other ideas I have. And my good sir has a Christmas party, so he can't come. But we're going to have fun. JP, do not accidentally trip and fall into the Alabama-shaped pool.
Oh, okay. So I thought that was a joke.
It's not a joke.
And then I saw the 3D, like the satellite, and it's a legit pool with the Alabama.
It's a legit pool.
That's pretty cool.
So, I know we didn't queue up to play Sweet Home Alabama on the way out, but if we could, it would have been appropriate. So tomorrow, when we give our recap at the beginning of the show,
yes,
maybe we can play a little Skinnerd for the friends. Maybe I'll wear my Freebird shirt just in honor of the pool.
Yeah.
Even though that's separate than Sweet Home Alabama.
Same bands. Yeah.
But Leonard Skinner, it's good people.
Amen.
Anywho, okay, so we're out. We hope
Yep.
you enjoy the best of that we have planned for you.
We got Tuberville. We got Jared Hudson interviews coming up. Y'all got a good show the rest of the show.
Yeah, you're not. This is awesome. So enjoy it. Enjoy your afternoon, and we will see you tomorrow. We can't wait for a free for all Friday. Have a good one, y'all.